Welcome to my YouTube channel at Sci-Fi Tales Pools. If you enjoy stories like this, please like, share, and subscribe. Queen Evelyn stood at the window of her high tower, looking out over the quiet city below. The stars shone bright in the night sky, but inside her heart, there was only darkness. Years ago, her baby daughter Lily was taken away during a sudden attack. Since then, Evelyn never stopped hoping to see her child again. But every day without Lily made her feel more alone. Evelyn was not just a queen, she was a strong woman who had fought many battles to protect her people. Yet no victory could heal the pain of losing her daughter. The city around her was peaceful now, but the memories of that day came back often. It's the day when everything changed. In another part of the city, Jack Mason tightened his boots and checked his gear. He was a young soldier, but had earned respect for his courage and skill. Jack had been part of the Queen's Guard for 2 years now. Every day he patrolled the city's borders, making sure no harm came to the people inside. Jack did not know much about the Queen's personal pain. Like everyone else, he only saw her as a strong leader. But Jack had his own reasons for fighting. He wanted to prove he could protect others and make a difference. That evening, Jack was sent on a patrol to the far edges of the city. The area was rough and wild. It was easy to get lost or hurt there. As Jack moved carefully through the dark forest, he thought about the stories people told. Some said there were small groups of survivors hiding in the woods. Others said those survivors were lost and scared children. Jack was not sure what to believe. But he had orders to check, so he kept moving. Suddenly, a soft noise stopped him. He listened closely. There were whispers, quiet voices coming from a small clearing ahead. Jack moved slowly, hiding behind a tree. He saw a group of children sitting around a small fire. They looked cold and tired. One girl caught his attention. She held a worn leather locket in her hands. It was small and shaped like a heart. Jack remembered seeing a locket like that before. The Queen had once shown him a similar one, saying it was a gift for her daughter. Jack's heart quickened. Could this girl be the lost princess? He did not want to hope too much, but he knew he had to find out. Jack watched the children for a while.
No.
The girl looked around nervously, but stayed near the fire. Jack wanted to speak to her, but he needed to be careful. The area was dangerous, and there might be enemies nearby. That night, Jack returned to the city with questions in his mind. He could not forget the girl or the locket. Something told him she was important. Back in the Queen's palace, Evelyn sat by a small fire. She held the same kind of locket close to her chest. It was the only thing she had left from her daughter. Tears came to her eyes, but she wiped them away quickly. She needed to be strong. The city was safe for now, but Evelyn knew the fight was not over. She hoped that one day she would find Lily again, and maybe someone like Jack would help her. The night passed slowly. Outside, the stars moved across the sky. Inside the palace, a queen dreamed of her lost child. A young soldier prepared for what might come next. Jack could not stop thinking about the girl with the locket. He kept seeing her face in his mind. The more he thought, the more he believed she might be the Queen's lost daughter. But he needed proof. He had to learn more about her before he told anyone. The next day, Jack asked for permission to go back to the forest. Some of the commanders were unsure if it was safe, but Jack convinced them. He said he only wanted to check on the survivors. Jack moved quietly through the trees. The sun was low, and the air was cool. After walking for a long time, he reached the clearing again. The children were there, but this time, Jack did not hide. He stepped into the light. The children were surprised, but did not run away. Jack smiled and showed them he meant no harm. The girl with the locket looked at him carefully. Her eyes were full of fear, but also hope. Jack sat near the fire and spoke softly. He asked her name. She said it was Lily. Hearing that name made Jack's heart beat faster. He asked where she came from. Lily told a quiet story. She said she had lived in the city long ago, but she was lost during the attack. Since then, she had lived with the other children in the forest. Jack listened closely. He could see the pain in her eyes. He knew this was the same girl the Queen had been searching for. Jack wanted to bring Lily back to the city, but he knew it would not be easy. Some people did not want the children to return. They believed the forest was safer. Others thought the Queen was weak and would use Lily to keep her power. Jack promised Lily that he would protect her. He told her she was not alone anymore. For the first time in years, Lily felt hope. When Jack returned to the city, he went straight to the Queen. He told her what he had found and what Lily had said. Queen Evelyn's face changed. For a moment, she looked afraid. Then she smiled with tears in her eyes. The Queen asked Jack to bring Lily to the palace. She wanted to see her daughter again. Jack agreed, but he warned the Queen that the journey would be dangerous. The Queen prepared for the meeting. She called her closest guards and made plans to protect Lily. Everyone in the city was talking about the lost princess and the brave soldier. Jack went back to the forest with a small group of guards. They moved carefully, watching for enemies. The forest was full of hidden dangers, but Jack never lost hope. When they reached the clearing, Lily was waiting. She looked scared but ready. Jack gave her a small smile and took her hand. The group started walking back to the city. It was a long journey. Sometimes they had to hide, sometimes they had to fight. But Jack stayed strong. I thought about the Queen and the hope this reunion could bring. Along the way, Jack and Lily talked. She told him stories about the forest and the children. Jack shared stories about the city and the Queen. They grew closer with every step. At night, they rested under the stars. Jack kept watch, making sure everyone was safe. He thought about how important this moment was. If they could bring Lily back, the Queen would not be alone anymore. When the city gates came into view, Jack felt a rush of relief. But he also felt worry. He knew not everyone would welcome them. The guards opened the gates slowly. People watched quietly as the group entered. Lily held Jack's hand tightly. The Queen was waiting at the palace doors. When she saw Lily, her eyes filled with tears. She ran forward and hugged her daughter tightly. For a moment, everything was silent. Then the city cheered. The lost princess was home. Jack watched from the side, feeling proud. Had done what many thought was impossible. He had brought hope back to the Queen and the people. But Jack knew this was only the beginning. There would be challenges ahead. Some would try to take Lily away. Some would question the Queen's power. But Jack was ready to face them all. For now, he smiled. The Queen and her daughter were together again. The city had a reason to hope. And Jack, the quiet soldier, had become a hero. The city was alive with whispers. Many people were happy to see the princess return, but others were not sure if Lily was really the Queen's daughter. Some thought she was just a girl from the forest. Others worried that the Queen might lose power if this truth was not clear. Queen Evelyn stood tall, but inside she felt the weight of doubt. She looked at Lily, who was sitting quietly in the palace garden. The girl seemed small and scared, but also strong. Evelyn wanted to believe this was her child. She had waited so long. Jack stayed close to the Queen. He knew his duty was to protect Lily and the Queen, but he also knew that enemies might try to use this moment to cause trouble. One day, some leaders came to the palace. They asked many questions. They wanted proof that Lily was truly the princess. They wanted to see if the Queen's heart was clear. Evelyn said she had proof, the locket, but some said that was not enough. They asked for more. They wanted to see if Lily knew things only the princess could know. Lily was nervous. She had never been inside a palace before. But when the Queen asked her about their life together, Lily spoke honestly. She remembered small things. The Queen's smile, a song the Queen sang, a garden where they once played. The leaders watched carefully. Slowly, their faces changed. Some nodded, some smiled. The truth was clear. Lily was the Queen's daughter. But not everyone was happy. Some people whispered in dark corners. They thought the Queen was weak now. They believed this was a chance to take control. Jack heard these whispers. He was ready. He gathered a group of guards. He told them to stay alert and protect the Queen and Lily at all times. The days passed and Lily began to feel safe. She started to explore the palace, learning new things every day. Evelyn spent hours with her daughter. They talked, laughed, and sometimes cried. The bond between them grew stronger. One evening, a messenger arrived with urgent news. A group of rebels was planning to attack the city. They wanted to take Lily away and use her as a tool against the Queen. The Queen called a meeting with her leaders. They've planned how to protect the city and the princess. Jack was given the task to lead the defense. The night before the attack, Jack walked through the palace halls. He stopped by Lily's room. She was asleep, holding the locket close. Jack felt a deep sense of duty. He promised himself he would keep her safe no matter what. The next day, the rebels attacked. The city's walls shook and people shouted. Jack and his guards fought bravely. They pushed back the enemies with skill and courage. During the battle, Jack saw a group trying to sneak into the palace. He raced to stop them. The fight was tough, but Jack would not let them reach Lily. When the battle ended, the city was safe. The queen thanked Jack and the guards. The people cheered for their heroes. The attack made the queen and Lily stronger. They knew danger would come again, but they would face it together. Jack became a symbol of hope. The quiet soldier who saved the princess and the queen. In the palace garden, Evelyn, Lily, and Jack stood together. The sun was setting, painting the sky with orange and pink. It was a new beginning for the city. They were ready for whatever the future held. The city was calm again after the attack. But Queen Evelyn knew peace could not last forever. There were still many people who wanted to take power from her. They saw Lily as a chance to weaken the queen's rule. Evelyn met with her closest friends in a small room in the palace, spoke quietly about the dangers ahead. The queen said she would do everything to keep her daughter safe. Lily stayed close to the queen. She wanted to help, but she was still young. Evelyn knew Lily needed time to grow strong. Jack was always near. He watched over them both. He trained the guards and made plans to protect the palace better. The people trusted Jack. They saw him as a brave man who would not give up. One day a man came to the palace. He was a messenger from a distant city. He brought news of trouble far away. There was a chance the enemies would try to attack again, but this time from inside the city. The queen listened carefully. She called for more guards and asked Jack to prepare for the worst. The queen wanted to make sure her people were ready. Lily asked if she could help. Evelyn smiled and said, "You will help by being strong and learning. One day, you will lead our people." Lily nodded. She felt proud but knew she had much to learn. The days went by and the queen worked hard. She met with leaders and made new rules to keep peace. Some people still did not trust her. They whispered that the queen was soft because of Lily. Jack did not like these whispers. He believed the queen was strong because of her love and courage. He promised to protect her no matter what. One evening, as the sun set, Jack took Lily to the palace garden. He showed her how to use a sword. Lily was not very good yet, but she tried her best. Jack said strength is not just about fighting. It is about never giving up, even when things are hard. Lily listened carefully. She wanted to be brave like Jack. Later that night, a secret meeting took place. Some enemies planned to take Lily away. They wanted to use her to control the queen, but Jack was ready. He learned about their plan and warned the queen. They made new guards and watched the palace closely. When the enemies tried to move, they found the city ready. Jack and the guards stopped them before they could reach the palace. The queen was proud of Jack. She thanked him for his loyalty and courage. Lily hugged Jack and said, "Thank you for keeping us safe." The queen smiled and said, "We are stronger together. No one can break us." The city began to believe again. The people saw that the queen and Lily were safe. They felt hope for the future. Jack, the queen, and Lily stood side by side. They knew the road ahead was long and hard, but they were ready. Together, they would protect their home. The city was calm and peaceful. Queen Evelyn looked out from her palace balcony. Her daughter Lily stood beside her. They watched the sun rise over the city. It was a new day, full of hope. Lily had grown stronger and wiser. She was no longer the scared girl from the forest. No, she smiled and walked with confidence. The people loved her. They saw her as a symbol of a better future. Jack stood nearby. He was proud of Lily and the queen. He had done his best to keep them safe. But Jack knew his work was not over. There were still many challenges ahead. The queen called a special meeting. Leaders from the city came together. Evelyn spoke with calm and strength. She said it was time to unite the people. She wanted everyone to work together for peace. Lily stood next to her mother. She looked out at the crowd. She felt the weight of her new role, but she was ready. She knew she was not alone. Jack watched the meeting, felt hope for the first time in a long while. The city was coming together. They were ready to face the future. After the meeting, Evelyn, Lily, and Jack walked through the city streets. People smiled and greeted them. Children ran to see the princess. The queen felt happy. Her people were safe. That evening, the queen held a special ceremony. She officially welcomed Lily as the princess. The city cheered. Flags waved in the wind. It was a day of joy. Lily spoke to the people. Her voice was clear and strong. She promised to protect the city and its people. She said she would learn from her mother and the brave soldier Jack. Jack stood beside her, proud and quiet. He knew Lily would be a great leader one day. As the sun set, the Queen, Lily, and Jack stood together. They looked at the stars above. The future was bright. The Queen said, "We have faced many dangers, but we are still here. Together, we are strong." Lily smiled and said, "Thank you, Jack. You saved me and my mother. You are a true hero." Jack shook his head. "I only did my duty," he said, "but I am glad to have helped." The city had found hope again. The Queen and her daughter were reunited, and a young soldier had changed their lives. The story was not over, but the people knew one thing. Together, they could face anything.